What's up, people lovers? $200,000 tournament around the corner, and we have 8 people already qualified, and I will try to see who the other 8 people are that are also joining us in Heidelberg. Qualification this weekend, 4 spots, and the weekend afterwards, 4 spots as well. I made a list of all the players. My top favorite is Jordan. Oh no, that's not how I wanted it. I wanted it that way. Jordan, indeed. And now the question, chat, what do you think? What percentage to qualify did I give Jordan? Obviously, minus 800 here. I have this in Excel right now. We have 8 spots and basically 800% to qualify, and I'm spreading those. Okay, lots of reasonable predictions here. 95%, 90%. I think that high might be a bit unreasonable, simply because think about how the seeding is done as well. So we have basically one player being seed number 1, and they will face in the elimination match seed 8. And seeding is done by highest Empire Wars rating ever achieved. And therefore, Robo is completely off in my opinion. I gave Jordan a solid 85%. Still my top favorite. Just imagine Jordan, first qualifier, he plays someone against like Nikov. Second qualifier, he plays someone like Dogao or someone else who didn't qualify in the first one, right? So still options, also best of 3s, lots of stuff can happen there. And my second one is MBL. I gave him also the solid 85% there. I think pretty much on the same level. Maybe MBL's experience is really shining there in Empire Wars. I think Jordan might be a bit higher. I think I want to give Jordan a bit more there than MBL. Maybe make a small difference, but I think it's a really tiny difference. Nikov also, I think in every single Red Bull, so that really helps quite a bit as well. I gave him a solid 80%. Crazy grinder, obviously knows Empire Wars in and out. Could have easily made it into the round of 8 in Red Bull 5, so big favorite for me there. Then I have ACCM, and we have a bit of a gap there. And we are going for 75%. Maybe you could have made an argument for something like 70 there as well. Obviously, the list of contenders is incredibly long. Dogao, give me your predictions. What did you guys think what I gave Dogao? Probably one of the most underrated people in the circus. And the pro players are rating him higher than most others would. And I gave him 65%. My next player on the list is Cito. He himself actually stopped by and said, Neely, I give myself 55%. I gave him 60%, something in that ballpark. And now we can go in bigger steps, I believe. Vivi, Capot, Slam, Balls. Lots of question marks here, right? Vivi, how well will he prepare? Not typically the guy that prepares a lot of maps. Capot, also a person that tried to play Age of Empires 4 quite a bit. How well can he adjust to those new maps? Big question mark there. And I actually gave Capot more than Vivi here. Maybe some last minute changes, didn't really change the order. Slam, big question mark as well. How motivated is he to grind there? I gave him 35%. Balls, solid performance there in T90's Titans League, defending his league place in a tough group. Also big question mark, but was there. Maybe took a lot away from Red Bull 5. That puts him a bit higher. I don't mind if we go to the low 25% here. And yeah, I think not unreasonable for sure. And now we get into a bit of the B players that haven't been there multiple times. Valles, I think, qualified once. That's why I gave him 25%. Classic Pro. Lots of people have him really high. And I think it's not unreasonable to give him like in the 40s to qualify here as well. I think I went for a modest 25%, but I wouldn't be surprised. Belgium obviously took some time off. Not sure how much he's in the grind, not sure how much he's training. And I gave Fire 15% as well. And then now we get the people with like lots of smaller names and lots of smaller winning chances here as well. Miguel Beck, T. Daniel, I think I saw them at 10%. indeed. Could make an argument to give Daniel a bit more. Villesse is already in there, indeed. Where's Nilly? Germany. And Song Song as well as Bad Boy, big question marks for me as well. I think half a year ago I would have given them 20-25%. Now they really fell off, so I gave them around the 8% mark. And then we are going down. Someone like Draken, really strong performances. Dark, Bad Boy, all in there. Freaking Andy, I gave them 5%. And I think that's mainly the rest of the players there. Ganji, Magugu, Nili. Maybe I was missing someone, and there are obviously some people that are kind of known, but we don't know how much they will train, how much they are performing. I just made a short list of people that could be there. Someone like Land, someone like Cyclops, Kingston, Say My Name, and I just gave them a combined 10%, right? And let me quickly see, how are we doing math-wise? Okay, I'm at 12%. Okay, so we need to add 12% more for some people here. Who do we think? Western Slow? Israel. The max, I don't think the max will actually qualify. Or actually will play. Yeah. Will we look at the brackets too? Brackets will be done Friday evening before the games are at the qualification, because seeding is still going on there. So who did we give some more percent? Miguel? I could see Miguel deserving some more percent here. Is he as good as Fire? I think that's a reasonable argument. More for Dogao? I think 65 is I think we can't go too high. Spelljam known for his Empire Wars play? Kind of surprising with 20%. Well, he's crazy good in RM. More for Dark as well? Balls? Dogao should be lower. More for Capotch. I can see Capotch at 50% as well, yeah. Dogao over Sito seems super weird. I think the Empire Wars experience is really kicking in. Plus, it's reasonably close, right? Classic Pro? I could see how Classic Pro could also go up to 30, yeah. Who do we think is... Whoops up. Who do we think is overrated here? Who do you think should get fewer points? I could see that we could deduct something. Vivi is overrated. Capot, Vivi. Vivi at 35% is something we can see. Nikov and Valas. Valas already made it to another Red Bull. Yeah. Draken, I think Draken at 8% makes lots of sense. Every 12th time they qualify, I could see that. Yeah. Daniel may be high, how he's in Empire Wars. I think he's really good. Yeah. Okay, Bad Boy at 8%. Maybe we can give them a 5. Then we have another 8% to spread. Dogao way too high in my opinion. That's maybe the big question mark here that we could give, right? Yeah, I can see how Dogao is questionable. What happens if players can't show up? That's not the part of the video here. Balkan gives more than Fire, Bacti, and Miguel. I think so. Maybe that's unreasonable. Yeah, I could see how we could adjust that a bit more. Nearly underrated. Okay, well then give me 6%. Yeah, so we have another 12% to spare. Well, we can move around a lot of stuff. Maybe someone like Daniel can go up to the Fire Miguel ranks. Maybe someone like Classic Pro can get even more. Valas Balls. I think that's somewhat where I want to go and somewhat where I want to keep it. 7% more for some randoms. Could Liz Kingston with 5% alone? I don't think so. Do you think he qualifies every 20th time? Jordan MBL, maybe 91, 89%. I don't think with this qualification format. MBK is really good. Never heard of them, but okay. Say My Name at the bottom. Yeah, obviously lots of opinion. Maybe after this list, tell me where I went completely wrong. Maybe we go a bit higher here as well. Let's not give a German 88%. But nah, I can't do that. I can't give him that much higher. Yeah. I think this is already pretty crazy high for lots of people. Slam can maybe get a 37 for me. And then we will give Classic Pro 33. And I think that's how I will leave it. Yeah. Okay. That's it for me on YouTube. Please comment if you think this was completely wild. Obviously, brackets will be out Friday evening, and then we can look into it a bit more in detail. That's it from me. Goodbye. Turbo lovers.